All right, students, this is Mr. Kutsi here. I'll be teaching you how to create your own activity in Desmos. So we've done a number of these different Desmos activities, and the one I'd like to sort of focus on is the marble slides. So what we have on the screen here is one of the ones you would have done. And in case you missed it, I'll just run through the example and see how you would do it. So what do you have? You have the marbles here. When you click launch, they drop and they hit the stars, but we missed a whole bunch of stars all right here. So in order to fix that, it says change the sign of one number. So change the sign, so that would be the positive or negative. So we've done this already. We know we need a downward parabola, so we're going to change that to a negative. And there you go. Okay, so what we want to do is then have you, as an extra credit assignment, create your own activity in Desmos. Okay, so you get a chance to sort of be the creator, and the idea here is that if we get some good submissions, you'll get some extra credit, and we'll get to have the class try your Marbleslide activity. Okay, so let me go and show you a couple things about how to do that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open a new tab, and you're going to go to You'll Be the Teacher. So you can go to teacher.desmos.com. And so for me, I'm already logged in, and you'll see the history of stuff. That's not what we want to do. You want to come over here to Custom and New Activity. Okay, so you're going to want to log in to your account so you can save all this stuff. You can see I'm logged in right here. We're going to click New Activity. We were in Custom and then New Activity. So you got a lot of choices here. So one of the first things you're going to do is add a title, and this one's going to be a Marbleslide. All right, and it says start building. Now you got a bunch of choices up here, okay? The easiest way to do this is probably to just play around with it on your own, or click the question mark. There is on the main page, there's some tutorials for this. So if you load up Desmos tutorials, or if you go back to the Desmos site, you can watch tutorials. They're pretty straightforward though. If you want to add a graph, a sketch, this would be like a video clip. A note to the students about what the instructions are. Input is if you want the user to input an answer like yes or no, true or false. What do you think the value is going to be? And they enter 5, 6, or whatever it is. Multiple choice or whatever. What we're actually going to be doing for today's one for the Marbleslide is going to go labs and Marbleslide. So click on that. Here's the deal. You are going to choose where the Marbleslide goes. Okay, so it's all entirely up to you. And at this point, I'm going to switch over to the graph paper because I really think setting it up ahead of time will really help you in the long run. Okay, so switching over to our graph paper here, what we would do is we choose a location where we're going to start the marbles at, and they're going to sort of launch from there. And then we want to sort of choose a location for where the stars are going to be, and choose that too. So let's put these stars right here. Okay, and the goal, the challenge would be if someone would want to create an equation that would go through like that. Okay, so that's sort of the rough setup. What we need to know how to do in Desmos is the coordinates of this would be like 11, comma, it's at a height of 9. So maybe that. We would choose the location of the stars. Maybe 8, comma 6. And then let's put this one at 5, comma, or 6, comma. No, wait, yeah, because this one would be right around 5, 6, comma 5, roughly. Okay, we'll estimate that. Okay, and you're going to design your own. This is just a sample one. So let's flip back over to Desmos. So for us, we said we put the ball at 11, 9, and you can put it wherever you want. And you could drag this around. And then for the balls, 8, comma 6, comma 6, comma 5, and so on. And maybe 4, comma 4, and so on. So now we got them all in a line. And so you could then have instructions up here for the students. Maybe you want them to create their own line, or let's say maybe let's say the line is 1/2 x plus 5. So that's obviously too high. And your instructions might say, change one number so one number so that the marbles hit the stars. All right, so like right now when you launch, they won't do anything, so the student should then change this. Yeah, so this is pretty basic. We might want something more advanced, and I'll show you how to do that as well. What we're going to want to do is, we think this is pretty good, so click done. And actually what we want to do is preview. Okay, so we launch, it doesn't work, and the instructions say change one number, and we say, oh, okay, I think we're going to change this to a 6. That's not right, so we say, oh, okay, it's not that number. Maybe this one's a 6. And the idea is for the student or the user to play around with it. Now we know that the y-intercept should be shifted down a little bit, so maybe to 2. So let's change that one number to a 2. And now when we hit it, we get all of them. Okay, so this is a pretty basic example. We're eventually going to want to add more to it. So this is just the example to sort of show you how to use it. We could do a lot more with that. Okay, so let's change it and let's make it more complicated. We can put some more stars. Dropping down, let's put one at 3, 1. And at 2, 0. All right, so for this one we might need 2 different lines. Okay, so we're going to need a second line there. So add another line so the marbles hit all stars. Okay, so again, this is just an example. The way I'm picturing it is a short segment here and a short segment there. What we might do for this one is just say we're going to restrict x to only greater than 5. Okay, and you're going to create the instructions, so you can create it however you want. So this one, you can say, hey, change one number so this works, and they would change that to a -5. Whoops, sorry. Not a -5 to a +2, I think we said. So somewhere around there. And now we're hitting more, but we're still overshooting those. So they're going to need to add another line. Okay, so you might put a note here, add another equation for a line below. And make sure we spell it right. Okay. Jeez. Okay, let's fix this. There we go. And again, we'll go to next and preview this thing. And now we say, oh, okay, we got one equation and things like that. And you keep going back and forth between the two screens until you get it so it's something you like. Okay, so again. Okay, so try that out. I'll put the specifics about what I'm looking for the extra credit in here on the School Loop page. But this tutorial should sort of get you started along the way. You can work on it in class. Ask me along the way. Once you're done, you're going to submit this, and I'll borrow the link, and we'll have other people try them out. So hopefully everything goes well, and that's what we want to try and do. And again, work with it, play around with it, change it as you go, and you're going to make mistakes, and that's part of the learning process. So have some fun with it, make something interesting, and if there's anything you're trying to make it do but you're not sure how, that's exactly what we want to talk about. So bring those questions to class. So good luck with that activity, and look forward to it.